Today I'm going to show you how to make the easiest tote bag ever, and this only takes 3 materials: nylon webbing straps, cotton canvas fabric, and African print fabric. Let's go. A closer look at the materials. Here I put the fabric right side to right side, and I cut two 30-inch long strips for the nylon webbing straps. I started by cutting off two 2-inch by 2-inch squares from the bottom corners of a 20.5 inch by 17.5 inch rectangle and sewed up the outer sides. It's important that you try to maintain the same seam allowance on all 3 sides, just so that your tote bag comes out looking as even and symmetrical as possible. Following a quick run through the sewing machine, I decided to also serge or overlock all of my seams that I had just sewn. This is a great way to prevent any additional fraying of the fabric. And if you don't have an overlocking machine, a great way to also prevent fraying is to just use a regular zigzag stitch on all of the ends of your fabric. Next up, our goal is to create perfectly boxed corners for this tote bag, and to do so, we're opening up those bottom corners, making sure that the fabric right side to right side is placed perfectly matched up on those inner seams, and we're just going to sew right across on both ends of the bag. Once again, I'm going to run my fabric through the overlocking machine on those box corners and also on the topmost edge of the tote bag all the way around. Now rolling in our straps for the bag, we're going to be focusing on placing these straps evenly and symmetrically on our bag. And to do so, I'm opening up the bag and measuring 4.5 inches in both directions from the side seams of the bag. I do this on both side seams and in both directions, and marking it off with a bit of chalk so that I know exactly where I'll be placing the ends of my straps. Now all you gotta do is place your straps into your bag. So what's going to happen is that you need to make sure that you are not twisting around your straps. Make sure that they are just straight and that you're only bending them in the right direction when you're inserting them. And I'm just lining up the ends of the straps with the end of the tote bag. This is important to how the tote bag is going to be constructed later on. And I just do that with both straps. And once they have been placed on there, I also serge them into place and then fold over the end of the bag by 1.5 inches. And I do this all the way around, marking it off with pins so that I can officially hem the end of our bag. This is what the topmost hem of the bag will likely look like. And the thing is here, now the straps are attached to the bag, but they tend to be a little floppy and they're not necessarily very strongly attached to the bag. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put my pins onto these straps, attaching them to the bag. And my plan here is to really reinforce the placement of the straps by sewing a box and an X inside of that box over the part where the straps are connected to the bag. This will help in the long run with the straps staying in place for a lot longer and allowing the bag to really be able to hold up a lot of things over time. So as you can see, this is how the box and the X in the box work and how they look like. And this is something I repeated for the ends of both straps. And so I actually decided to also add on this label as well, just a little tag that will help to identify this bag and just really bring the bag to life and make it look a little more professional. And this is actually something that is found on all the Okiki totes. So this is something that you can actually find on my Etsy store, which will be linked down in the description for a limited time. And yeah, I just added this on here on the front and it actually looks really great. And yeah, just like that, we have our easiest tote bag done, just like that. It's a really easy thing that you can put together very quickly within a day. We have the boxed corners, we have all of the edges and the seams serged, overlocked. We have the straps that are reinforced to the bag, and of course the Okiki label. Once again, this will be available on my Etsy shop for a limited time while supplies last, so head over to the link that is in the description and pinned to the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!